Hi guys.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the channel. I'm Oshs.
I'm Akela.
And we are Cue the Commentary. And on this podcast, we basically read people's messed up situations, people writing into Reddit to see if they are the a-hole in their messed up situations.
Because sometimes you just need that unbiased opinion because you can't ask the people around you because maybe they're the asshole or maybe you're the asshole.
Yeah.
And we're here to solve the mystery for you. And we love when you engage with us and give us your perspective. And when we get to kind of like talk with you guys, you know,
in the comments
and
yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
So guys, if you haven't already, head over to our Spotify and give us a big fat 5-star rating.
Please.
Give us a rating. We're almost at 572. So we're almost at 600. Guys, can we please finish off the year?
Because I never even thought
600 ratings on Spotify, please.
Like, I never thought we'd get there.
No, it's kind of crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's actually insane. So
thank you.
Guys, thank you so much for rating us. Keep rating us. We're almost at 600.
Yes. Guys, did you know Shoshana has never heard of See China? Because I know everyone who's watched has heard China ain't getting paid till the end of the week. I don't give a fuck. Shut the fuck up.
I don't know.
Okay, I have to show you because you know what it is.
She came into my apartment singing that. Like, what are you talking about right now?
Like people are showing their parents because of how insane the song is.
Oh,
this girl.
Okay, so I didn't. You know how you can see videos on Twitter, but when you click it, then you hear the audio. Yeah. So I didn't click it because I said, "Why the fuck is your why are moves like that?"
What?
No, I couldn't click it.
Yeah, I know. That's the problem.
Okay, I do like her voice, but it's a little too aggressive for me.
It's very aggressive. Yeah. It's very gross. It's very vulgar. It's very everything.
So the older I get, the more I steer away from like rap music.
Yeah.
You know,
oh my god, me too.
Yeah. 100%. Like when I was younger, all the way. Like, what do you mean? I loved that, like, actual drill music. Like,
we were actually big Lil Bibby and G Herbo fans.
G Herbo fans, what do you mean? Yeah. So, I just don't really listen to rap that much. So that is, like, complete opposite to what I'm
not putting this on in the car or anything. No. I'm just, like, it's on my timeline. And she's very interesting because she's, like, half a parody rapper because you can't be serious. But then also half, like, she's actually getting famous because it's so controversial what she's saying. And I just saw her on British Vogue, actually. So it's working. Like, I swear to God, I just seen her talking about it. Yeah, she's like, I'm a feminist. This is period.
If she markets herself right, she can really get anywhere in life.
I guess
like,
so.
She has rhythm, like she's on beat.
Yeah.
You know, like I just need to hear her lyrics.
Her voice is pretty good too.
Her voice is really nice.
Yeah,
I like it, and her creativity too. Like I like the ad libs and stuff.
Yeah,
like, you know?
China. I don't give a fuck. Shut the fuck up and grease my feet. She said, he said his dick was big, but he's scooping it up in his hands. And she said, this is the shit that gets me mad. Like it's. I guess she's taking back her power. I don't know, as a woman. Like,
so thank you for showing me that.
Yeah, no problem. Anyway,
so what should we talk about?
That you walked out of Wicked.
Oh yes. Okay, so I completely cut out in the last vlog you going to see Wicked. So they didn't even know. So we can start from the jump.
I didn't even take that in. Yeah.
Did I?
I don't think we talked about it. I don't think we talked about it. So obviously Wicked's like PR team has been doing their hard work, right? And like they're on everyone's timeline. And also because it's Ariana and Cynthia's like hilarious relationship when they are on like on any kind of interview, they're just like, clearly this movie changed their life.
Yeah.
And what it is if you know anything about theater kids, like they are actually in real life, they're just like that.
Yeah.
Like there's something about the theater performing, the intimacy, like the vulnerability of being on stage that like brings theater kids together. But then also like when you meet a theater kid off stage, you're like, whoa, you're kind of a lot. That's just how they are, I feel. And I think Cynthia and Ariana is a theater kid, right? Because like they really got me, and I've never watched Wicked before. Like I think like a big reason why Wicked is so, it's just like sweeping the nation from like what it seems like on social media is because a lot of people like grew up with Wicked or Wizard of Oz, and like, you know, it's very nostalgic for them. So this remake was like a really, really, really big deal. And also because it's like kind of for generations to come, like it's something that I think like millennials are passing down younger generations or even their kids, and they're gonna bring it on forward. And now Cynthia and Ariana are gonna be known as like the Alphabet and the Galinda like of modern times. So it's a big deal. I get it. But if you haven't seen it and you're not used to musicals and stuff, it's kind of like I had to brace myself.
Yeah.
But I also like I allowed it to take me because I like lately, and especially as I get older, I feel like I love to be a fan of something. Like, I really appreciate being a fan of something that I'm like, I get how much hard work this took and how much they appreciate it, you know? I've been a fan. I enjoyed it. I watched it twice and I've been listening to the soundtrack. Like, I'm into Wicked.
No, it was great. For the 15 minutes that I did stay in the theater, it was longer than that. But I was asleep for the other half.
How did you fall asleep so fast?
Okay, so I started watching it. Selena wanted to see it because she's a huge fan of Ariana. I am too. Like, I love her, music and stuff like that. So I said, let me give it a chance. And she's like, it's a musical. Just letting you know. Like,
watch out.
I loved High School Musical. I'm going to love this,
True.
So I went and I seen it. And as the movie was going on, I can see myself like checking out, like, I had to keep checking back in, check back in, pay attention. You're missing it. The performances were great. Like the vocals, everything was great. Yeah. But I just realized I was not into musicals at all. Like, when have I ever really enjoyed a musical outside of like my childhood? You know what I mean? Like, okay, it's just not for me. So I begged my sister to leave, and she's like, no, like, it's gonna get good. Like, we have to stay and watch it. And then I fell asleep, and she woke me up, and she's like, okay, let's go. It's not good. No, she wasn't even into it. She tried to force it. I tried to force it, but it just wasn't for us.
Did she not like it too?
No, she didn't like it.
Really?
Yeah, and I think she's the type to like you, like
give it a chance.
Yeah, she would give it a chance, and I tried too, but
no, but that's the thing. There is like a corniness to musicals, and Wicked had like, I did feel like there was way more singing than talking.
Yes.
It was literally all singing. And it went from song to song to song.
Yeah, I wanted it to be more talking and acting, instead of
I think High School Musical even was like a lot of talking and then breaking out into song and dance versus like Wicked. I felt like it was like every 15 seconds it was a new song. I think it's just like about giving it a chance maybe, but like I also can see why it's not for somebody,
You watched it twice?
I watched it twice, and I listened to this shit in the car.
All the way?
All
twice?
all 2.5 hours of it. Yeah. Because you know what it is, too? I think I started really empathizing with Elphaba because she was different. And I feel like on TikTok, everyone is talking about, like, the depth of the movie and, like, what they're talking about and, like, what each character represents in, like, society in real life. And I'm like, this is real. Like, I actually appreciated it. And the music too, I really, really was like shocked at Ariana's performance, because like I feel like Ariana was like, she was made for this kind of shit more than she was a pop star. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, we've seen Ariana in so many different chapters of her life, like different versions of Ariana, and I feel like this is the one that she's been like waiting for. You know? So it was really nice. And then Cynthia's voice is crazy. Like,
no, they both did an amazing job.
Yeah.
And like when you told me that she's been waiting for this role, like this
since
is
she was like literally 10
wanted to do.
Yeah.
I said, okay, that also made me want to go watch it.
That's so cute. Yeah. I almost went to watch it as like a proud parent, as if she's not older than me, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I was like proud of her because she did it justice.
Bro, when I seen her man was in that.
Like, what?
SpongeBob?
I said, his name is Bach on the movie.
Are they still together?
I think so.
I said, girl, I did not know he was in this too, because they did not shed him any light of him being in the film, you know?
I think that's where they met. I think that's why they had the affair. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, it was there.
Sense. And he was in the SpongeBob musical too, so he's like...
These are all a bunch of theater kids, I'm telling you. So that, and then they already started promoting Wicked too, because Wicked is like the first part of this, like, this is like the backstory of the Wicked Witch of the West. This is how she became. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's like becoming like a bigger story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they already started promoting it. There's another one. It's coming out in November. I'm actually excited.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
So let us know, guys. Were you into Wicked? Did you try to give it a chance and realize like it's just not for you?
Have you ever liked a musical in your adult life?
No.
Have you seen Hairspray?
Yes, I have. But as a kid,
loved Hairspray.
As a kid,
you should try rewatching. Well, I don't know if you're gonna like it, but Hairspray for me is like one of my favorite musicals. Yeah, and it's like, you know why? Because it's not so much singing, and the music slaps. Like, it was actually really, really good.
Yeah, I don't remember, honestly. I don't remember like the music part of it.
I might even go home and watch that movie today. Like,
I will too.
Yeah, honestly, Hairspray was really, really.
I did
really
remember
good.
enjoying it though.
Yeah.
You see the comment of someone really enjoying the show that you put them on?
Oh, Lioness. Yeah, Lioness is really. You should watch that. You'll like that.
I know.
That one you'll really like.
I need to start.
Last episode, we got a lot of comments regarding Luigi because of how we talked about it, and I do think we glossed over it really quickly. Yeah. We just want to talk about it and address it quick before we move on.
The way we talked about it was kind of just like telling you guys what he did.
Yeah.
Right? Not so much like our opinions on it too. It was
I think
like
how we said it made it sound like we were
was our
almost,
opinions.
Yeah.
But it was like we were talking about like what he did and then like how the public perceived it. But like it wasn't like our actual opinions on it.
Yeah.
You know?
And then also like because we said people are looking at him, we made it sound like people are rallying around him because of his good looks. He's white, his upbringing, all these things. And then we made a comparison to how people were like fantasizing over Dahmer and Ted Bundy, and that was like not correct. Like obviously like people who fawned over Dahmer and Ted Bundy are literally sick in the head because those guys killed people because they were sick, whereas this guy has obviously a message.
We weren't comparing the crime, we were comparing like the
people who like look at
just like them fangirling over or like fawning over their attractiveness, like even though
but
they're
even
criminals.
still that's still wrong because there's like a clear difference between serial killers who kill innocent people and someone who kills someone who represents like a huge thing that is wrong with America and that allows people to suffer, die, lose money, go into debt, like just completely ruin their lives out of like greed. And then the guy who he killed was also the CEO of, was it United Health or something? And they have like the highest like they don't accept so many people's insurance. Like they decline people like the most out of everybody. Like they did like a chart comparison, and United Health or whatever it was called, whatever he was the CEO of, has like the highest declining or whatever. Like, you know, like they don't help anybody kind of thing, you know? What I wanted to say about Luigi is that his looks, his upbringing, his everything make him the perfect candidate to pull something off like this, because if anyone else did this and it was a black or brown person, we'd get distracted by the terrorism of it all. Do you know what I mean? Whereas here, because of everything else, we get to like look at what he did and actually focus on the crime, because they're not going to, I mean, he is a terrorist, like according to like the law, you know, but they're going to focus on the storyline more versus his identity. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like we should have made that more clear. Obviously they're like, oh, you guys are Canadian, you can't understand how bad like the US healthcare system is. I have tons of family in the US. I feel it firsthand too, like through them, or secondhand, I guess. But yeah, just wanted to clear that up. Like, we definitely get it, and it's like we're not being ignorant to the fact, and you know what I mean? Like, obviously there's a lot of things wrong, and people are going to get upset, and things like this will happen because it comes to a point, you know? So that's just that. So I wanted to make that clear because we glossed over it really quickly, and like that's not fair. But yeah, so back to the ultimatum. So if you guys are not yet watching the ultimatum, I need you guys to get on that because we're about to talk about it. So big spoiler.
Yeah, and you're very lucky if you're just watching it now, because all the
those episodes
out. We had to wait. Okay.
There's a new episode, the new set of episodes tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Oh,
yeah, I can't wait.
I'm so excited to see this.
The first couple is Zaina and JR. There's Nick and Sandy, Mariah and Caleb, and Scotty and Aria. Oh, and then Chanel and Micah and Vanessa and Dave, who we don't care about because they're fucking weirdo cowards who just like up and left the show.
Okay, so Zaina actually came out with an interview, which I need to watch.
Really?
On a podcast.
Oh, shit.
And like after the whole thing, though. After they like came home now and watched the whole thing back. So I need to watch that and her, you know, take on everything. Because like, okay, so on the show, you could just see, because JR is dating a white girl on the show, or like he coupled up with a white girl. Yeah. And it's kind of weird because it's like he's kind of fetishizing the fact that he's with a white girl, and I think she's doing the same. They both are. It's really weird.
It's actually so gross to see
how they talk about it too. They have like insane sexual chemistry, and I don't doubt that they did it, because Zaina said that like there's no cameras in the bedroom and there's none allowed, and he closed the door multiple times. And they got really like intense. So I believe that they did sleep with each other, but the fact that JR did it, like you are almost obligated to tell your partner what you did, right? Like in this trial marriage, like if you are a good person, especially if you're gonna like continue to see this person after, like you should obviously be honest, because they're gonna watch the show once they come home, right? So I believe that they did hook up on the show, JR and Sandy, because of their chemistry and also how he's like so in love with this girl still. Like, I just think he's like super infatuated with Sandy, and she is with him too.
Yeah, okay. First of all, I feel like JR was never really in love with Zaina. People are saying they were never a real couple.
With himself.
What it is when you film these kind of shows, and they say it every single time, when like people leave these kind of shows, they're like, you never know which part of the show that they're going to put on. You know what I mean? I think that's the only explanation as why people are not forthcoming with their partners, because they're like, well, maybe they didn't show that part. Like, they're probably betting that they showed the good parts of it, when 9 times out of 10 they showed the best or worst parts, you know what I mean, of what happened between you guys. I don't think JR was ever sold on Zaina. Zaina is the one who had the ultimatum against him. Like, she said, you either marry me or engage, or like, you know, make up your mind or we're over kind of thing. So that's why she had brought him on the show. And he made it clear that he doesn't want kids or doesn't want to do any of this stuff until he's like 40. Right? So it's like,
it doesn't make any sense.
Which doesn't,
like
30, he's 33.
33.
And she's 32. So she's like, okay, well, I need to make a decision. Yeah, like, and they've been together for 3 years. And it's like, what is the plan? What is going on here? And it just goes to show, because Zaina she's emotionally intelligent. She's so smart. She handled everything that these men threw at her with grace, with like, she did everything right. And she's a beautiful girl. She's a perfect package. Like, she's great. It's just like, it goes to show you, like, if it's just the men, it's just them. Like, if they're
that's
not
literally
ready,
what I was thinking.
Yeah, like, if they're not ready, if they don't want it doesn't matter.
You can literally see the flaws in both of these sexes. Like,
no, JR,
the women are actually just so much more smart. Actually, and mature. But like, I was talking about I was gonna get to Mariah and Caleb.
Yeah,
she was the only person, the only female on the show who I would say that had some like issues that she needed to work on, you know.
But
like,
did you hear her backstory? Wait, let's get to her. We'll get to her, because yes, Mariah did have issues. But let me get back to JR. JR is literally like, people said he just came on the show for a hall pass, and I agree with that, because there's something so, I don't know,
and
like,
social media fame, because what he does is like, he's a personal trainer, so
and
this
now
will
he started
obviously
posting
get
a lot.
him. Yeah, of course.
And then when he made the comment about him and Sandy having like beautiful mixed kids, and then he was saying too that he usually only dates like mixed light skin people, but he's never been with like a white girl. It feels like that was like his goal. He saw Sandy and was like immediately infatuated by her, and she saw this big black muscly guy and was immediately infatuated by him. They are everything that's wrong with mixed couples. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is like what people think is like, this is what they think like goes on in the back, is like, they talk about how cute their little light skinned kids are gonna be, how and she talks about how like sexy and big he is, and then there was like a part where the girls and the guys both meet up separately after they've been with, you know, everybody's partners, and she's like, "Oh, I'm not interested in him at all."
That part, because girl, don't make me punch
you
in your face right now.
Because don't make me punch you in your stupid face.
What are you talking about? Training me for him? What are you?
I don't need that. Nobody asked you for that shit. Like, you're not doing me no favor. She kind of made it sound
straight up
like,
lied to
and
her.
she lied. Once she like, you saw it in Zaina's face. She's like, "This is literal bullshit."
Yeah.
And also it was like, nobody asked you to do. I don't need you to train him for me. Yeah. Like, do you want him? Take him. Like, she's not stressed about it. She handled everything with grace. Like, you know, her coming and saying it was so like,
it's like she's trying to cover it up.
Yeah, she thought she did something good, you know? Okay. I don't like Sandy at all. I even think like Sandy kind of liked the attention of her man like spiraling out about her. Like, I feel like she liked it.
She said that when she was responding, it was like to kind of calm him down, you know, like to like kind of like de-escalate him spiraling, because he was spiraling, like he was going crazy.
He knew, like, you guys are fucking, like, you know what I mean? Like, they're like, oh, well, I guess we're single at this point, so we can't really get mad. But it's like, yeah, but you guys are on the show for a reason. You guys are single, but it's like, if you want the relationship to work, you have to keep it respectful, right?
JR and Sandy, they're weird. They did not keep it respectful.
No, they didn't.
All.
Oh my god, how gross were their flirting? From the start.
Though? No, it was very cringe.
It was so cringe.
It was just the cringiest.
There's something like
I cannot.
It was so gross. Like, there's something so Toronto about him too. Like, there's like just like. He's
the
cockiness,
the
way he was flirting and like looking her up and down. Like, I was like, I don't want to watch this. This is so awkward. I hated looking at him like bite his lips and like her being like, "Oh, I miss you." Like, Like, you guys are literally gross.
Even like not Sandy's mom inviting him to Christmas.
They were kind of all infatuated over him, to be honest.
They love JR more than Nick, and like Nick has his flaws too.
Nick has flaws too. I'm not saying I like flaw.
When he got the tattoo, when he said
the drama, he's so dramatic.
No, he went to a tattoo artist on the show and like acted like he got the wrong tattoo.
Oh, do you believe that? You think it's a joke?
What do you mean?
You think he like purposely got the same tattoo
he purposely
as JR?
got the same tattoo.
I have to say
that he's mentally ill. I don't think he's like a secure
guy
like at all. But the way he was acting on the show, I don't think he's secure at all. So yeah, no. And like I hate how it took this for him to take Sandy serious. Like, you know what I mean? Like to even like want to get married to her. But yeah, I know. So he got the same tattoo as JR.
Wait, so during the experiments, Sandy's boyfriend's partner, who like he ended up partnering with, left in the middle of the night. Left
and there's an explanation to that.
What do you mean?
There's an explanation.
He didn't get to experience like the whole point of the experiment the way Sandy did. Like he didn't have a partner. He didn't get a chance to get distracted. So all he had was like himself, his thoughts, and he spiraled.
Yeah. So Vanessa and Dave, so they both left the show.
Yeah.
And then Vanessa was partnered up with Nick, Sandy's fiance or boyfriend or whatever. Someone commented under Vanessa's page saying like there must be something wrong with Nick if like something like talking negatively about Nick and why she left. And then Dave liked the comment and said like underneath it, he's just like someone here has a brain or something like that. Like he's like basically agreeing that like Nick was the issue why Vanessa left. Like it was just too much for her to handle.
But what about the other couple? Why did they leave? I felt like it's unfair. Like they're just by themselves for 3 weeks while their couple is like building this bond with somebody else. I would be pissed too. I feel like, what the fuck? Like, so
I guess they just realized it was like too much for them, right?
It is too much for them. I get that for sure because I feel like these shows are very intense. Yeah, Nick was also weird. He's also like 11 years older than Sandy.
He's 38. Like, sir, get it together.
And he's acting like this. There's something very theater kid about him too.
Yeah,
the drama.
I mean, he's an artist.
Going to the tattoo store because he's so stressed out or whatever. Like, I don't know. I was very over it. But let's talk about Scotty and Aria because we have like a true narcissist on the show with Scotty. Like he's
terrifying.
He's dead ass scary. The looks?
No, because so they were eating breakfast or like they were like at the bar together, Scotty and Zaina.
Yes.
So they ended up being a couple, Scotty and Zaina. And they were like at the table together and they were talking about something and he found out that Zaina ate without him.
He said, "Wait, did you eat without me?" Like
she's like, "Yeah, I figured you ate alone."
Yeah.
Well, you figured wrong. Like, sir.
No, that was crazy. He is actually scary because, like, I've never seen somebody actually gaslight you immediately. Like,
we've seen it in 4K.
No, he literally accused her of multiple things when she tried to clear her. He had no evidence, too. Like,
None.
he started accusing her of. So pretty much when the guys met up for their meetup after a couple weeks, and I think JR made this shit up completely because who the fuck said what he was accused? He said
there's gonna be a reunion. And I'm sure they're gonna like tell
for sure because who the fuck said it? But JR is like, so Scotty, I heard somebody told Zaina that I'm just here for a hall pass. It was like a weird projection, because everybody could tell between Sandy and JR there was some weird energy going on. So he's like, somebody's told her this, and that's not true. And then Scotty goes home and says, so did you tell JR that I said this? And she's like, what? No, she was literally so confused.
No, he comes home with this like
accusatory
energy.
Aggressive,
like, are you gonna fight this woman? Like he just stares at her like she's just like, what's wrong? Because he comes home and
I would literally be scared. Like you're actually
giving her
me.
The silent treatment. Didn't even say hi, slamming the door, and then puts his hand on the counter and just stares at her like this.
Yeah, and he's also not old, but like he brought it up like she squashed it and said, I didn't say anything, you don't have any proof, so can you relax and like can you ask me before you get mad about shit? And then whatever, that moves on. Then the next day, like they're like packing their shit and he makes like a slick comment, and then when she's like reacting to the comment, he's like, you're a little too old for being
to be acting like
this with all this drama. At 32 you should really pack it up. mind you, he's also 30, right? So like not too much. Like it's not like you're 25 and she's 32. You're 30 and she's 32.
No. Oh.
And it was just such a low blow to go to
he's
say
30?
that.
No.
Yeah,
sir.
like you're acting. And then she said like you think you're grown, but you act like a child.
Yeah.
And
no, he acts like a man child, and
in the worst way because he doesn't see it and he thinks he's right, and he uses like he's really well spoken, and so like to him it's almost like some kind of like fake intelligence. Like, do you know what I mean? Sometimes when people they talk but they're full of shit kind of thing, and that's Scotty.
Yeah.
And he's scary. I don't like him at all. He's actually a narcissist, and I hope Arya, the girl who he originally came with, leaves his fucking ass immediately.
She is so beautiful and she deserves so much better. And she's seen that with Caleb. Yeah, like they had a really good relationship or in their trial marriage.
You know what I
too.
didn't like is that he kept saying that there was no attraction, and I'm like, why?
When did he say that though? Like, well, like to his girl, right?
To Arya, he's like, even to Arya, he's like, well, we're just friends, and then she's like, well, I feel like there's like an energy. I feel like she almost like likes him more than he likes her, and is pushing kind of like a narrative that there's like some kind of romantic feelings between them.
Yeah, because I felt chemistry between them.
I did too.
I think he's trying to deny it, and like I don't know, because he knows that like his other girl would get maybe he's just trying to keep it respectful on TV for her, but I don't know. You can't kind of deny that.
Even
chemistry.
Scotty was kind of like, I never seen a guy go to Arya and not be attracted to her. Like, what is that?
It didn't make any sense.
That's the only thing Scotty ate with. That's the only thing. I was like, I agree. Why don't you like her? What's the problem?
I'm gonna go with he's just trying to keep it respectful for his girl.
I want to know what it is, because I'm like, you guys mesh so well.
Yeah,
like
even their calm energy together, like they are just
calm,
two peas in a pod.
Not
it was
too
great.
calm, because I found like Mariah and Caleb were too calm together. It was like,
too calm. Yeah, it was like too calm, where like Mariah would even kind of self-sabotage herself, like to create drama in the relationship, because it was like
Mariah. Really,
you didn't see that? She had like very self-destructive tendencies.
I felt like Mariah was the most calm, most like she
had a lot of insecurities. I remember like she like where he would always have to like
explain himself,
not explain himself, but kind of like soothe her in a way.
But
like,
I'm like, isn't that fair? I'm like, she just went through 3 weeks of watching you get close with another girl. Of course she's gonna have some insecurities pop up.
But like he didn't do anything. Like it wasn't like
I know, but I feel
like
she needed like some kind of reassurance, which I think is very fair.
But I think
for the
he
kind
gave
of show
it to her,
on.
And she just kept like.
I feel like
kept breaking down.
Caleb
like,
is the kind of guy like, I'm gonna give you this reassurance one time, and you better hold on to it, because I'm not giving you another one. And I'm very much on the no. I need it 7 more times, because for all I know is that you fell in love. Because what she sees is Arya.
She doesn't know anything.
You know what I mean? Arya is this beautiful, smart, like why wouldn't you fall in love with her kind of girl? And she's just by herself, and she's been keeping it cool, calm, and collected for 3 weeks. It's okay. She can crash out a little bit. Like I'm like giving her some grace with that. Like. I'm just a person. I need to like, I need something. And then when I heard about her upbringing, about like her mom like completely neglecting her, and like she just had a crazy upbringing, which is like, but yet she's still a very loving person. I was like, okay, then I get it. Like there's a backstory to this kind of thing, I'm really excited for the next episodes that are dropping tomorrow, because this has been a really interesting season with a lot of juicy things to talk about. And I honestly just love to look at dynamics in relationships, because people are scary. Men are so scary.
Men are so scary.
All the women here, other than Sandy, I think they're all good. Like even if Zaina came,
Scotty is like a man child. I don't know if he, like a real man child. And I don't know. He said that like he grew up with a single mom, but like it was a great and loving relationship, and like I don't know why. Like if you had a great childhood, like why are you like this? Like you're.
He's like the way, so manipulative. It's like
the
crazy.
way, and you would think he would respect women with the way he's growing up, like his, the way he grew up with a single mom and stuff. And he said
no,
they were very affectionate and stuff. And like, I don't know.
I just like he's
everything
wrong. Yeah, like and even just like the way he looks at you, like it's almost like he's trying to intimidate you.
Yeah,
like
no, he's so insecure. He was like the whole time he was when Zaina ate with, are you intimidated by him?
Yeah.
Because, yes, he absolutely was. Like, and all the guys were, honestly. Like,
why?
Because he's like a
Caleb wasn't.
But
Caleb
guys
wasn't.
size up each other, like, physically. Like, and he's just like.
That means you're insecure, though. Because if you look at a man and like, you know what I mean? Like, there's more to that. Like, somebody like JR.
Unfortunately, guys are just not like that, though.
Caleb handled it well. Caleb asked him, like, relax. He's trying to, like, you know what I mean? Like, he told him, like, whatever. He even the way JR came at Nick for coming to the door, like, Nick came and apologized, like, hey, I'm sorry, like, you know, and he was, like, kind of on some, I'm not going to accept that, and, you know, it's like...
No, and he called her my wife. Did you take that in? He called Sandy my wife. He's just like, you're coming in, interrupting me and my wife, or something like that, like... it's been a couple of days. What are you talking about?
What are you actually talking about?
He's like in like Lulu world.
Did you hear when they got back together, like Zaina asked him, like, are you gonna choose Sandy? And then he's like, probably not. Did you say probably? I'm sorry. Did you say yes, actually?
Oh, and he did not tell. He had the opportunity to tell Zaina what happened, right? Until it was like blurted out at dinner, and then Zaina found out that they kissed. Him and Sandy kissed.
Yeah.
And JR only told her about the one time. They kissed more than twice.
They fucked.
Sure. They fucked, right? But like JR's not gonna tell her that, and the fact that you didn't even tell her like it happened multiple times, like that's a big thing that you would want to tell your partner, right? Like, and he really seems like he does not give a fuck about what happened with Zaina and the other guy. He gives no fucks. Like he does not care about Zaina, unfortunately. Like their conversation and stuff, it gives like it's like superficial, like their relationship.
But Zaina
is not
was
like
trying. She's like, I want to get to know about
his end,
your like how you grew up. Like I want to know more. Like let's get deeper. And he's just like, aw.
Yeah, like on his, he does not care about her. I'm sorry.
What
it's so sad
is I truly do think that like for some men, when they get a specific girl that they want and maybe have always wanted, they will like completely fold. And I feel like that's what we're seeing with him and Sandy. Like he has like literally like a quality girl, but he's, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And a lot of guys are stupid too. Like you think it's all good and dandy. Duh, it's been a week. Like you don't even know this person. You have no baggage. Like
there's no baggage. You guys are just like, and then there's something also that like fuels and like makes it a little more sexy or something when you guys are kind of like when there's like that you're leaving your old girl for your new girl, but that lasts for like 2 seconds because you become the old girl real quick too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like no. JR's stupid. Sandy's stupid. I hated there was, to me it wasn't sexual chemistry. To me it was just like it was lust. Like we were looking at like this like weird lust between each other. To me it was awkward and uncomfortable and like icky even. Like I did not like it at all. The Ultimatum though, this season has been literally like great, very entertaining. And yeah, do you have any other thoughts?
They honestly always eat with the Ultimatum. Though.
The Ultimatum is a show
all
that's
three
crazy.
Seasons were great.
Yeah.
I love that show so much.
Yeah,
Netflix is doing a great
shows
job with
because
that.
I like this more than Love is Blind, like you were saying, because like you're right, Love is not blind. We know how this is gonna end.
We see how
we're
it
just
ends
viewing
all the
it in
time.
person, you know. But
and the Ultimatum is more. It's more relatable too because a lot of people are in the situation of like you're in a situation for so long. Are you gonna continue it? Are you gonna let
to a point you have to make a choice?
Come in between your relationship or not? Like it's a relationship test, and I'm always here for that. Like And I love that show, Temptation Island too.
Okay, Temptation Island is actual torture.
Crazy.
People who allow themselves to go on that show is. Crazy.
Season 1 and 2. I haven't watched the rest, but I watched season 1.
I think there's only 2 or 3 seasons too.
Is there? I swear they're still continuing.
It's ethically wrong. Like it is a show that we might actually
sign
watch.
up for that is crazy.
We might see a cardiac arrest on that show because the stress, the manipulation of the producers of what they show them. Like there's in Temptation Island, there's a point where every week or every day or whatever they come.
Oh, yeah.
And they, like the girls come, the guys come to like their own quarters.
Yeah.
And then they choose a clip to show you of what your partner is doing in the other house.
Yeah.
And it's like always the worst clip.
It's a different villa in like a different area.
Yeah. And then they purposely take shit out of context and show it to you and then say,
Yeah.
cry. Cry about it. They point it in your face and they say, what are you going to do about it?
I can only feel sympathy for the people in the first season. If you sign up after that, that's on your. That's on
maybe you didn't know better.
The first season people didn't know any better of what the show will be like. But
no,
to continue putting your relationship up for this, like
I don't get it. Temptation Island is crazy because it's like they're actually saying like, will you resist temptation? Yeah. Whereas the Ultimatum is like, okay, you've been in a relationship for exactly. And I think that's like we were just talking about this too. I think it's a very like common theme in long-term relationships where it's like, are you sure? And I think especially our generation, we're really seeing how big a deal marriage is and commitment and like putting your families together, having a wedding and like, professing your love in front of God and your loved ones that like, I choose this person forever and ever and ever.
Yeah.
And we are going to weather through any storm together. And like the decision to commit to that person, it's like those people are on the ultimatum. They're like, I guess I don't know. Do you know what I mean? People even say like relationships is really, it's like, as long as y'all have like a basis of something, that it's more so just like committing to that person because you guys can grow together in a lot of ways. And like, it's just like the choice of deciding like that's your person. Do you know what I mean? Like they don't have to be the perfect partner, but I think a lot of people get like caught up in that. I don't know.
No, you always have to make the conscious decision.
It's a conscious decision
to stay with this person.
Yes, it's a consistent conscious choice that you make.
Yeah.
You know?
To keep choosing this person.
To keep choosing. And you choose that person every day. So it's not like a light choice, you know?
Yeah,
man. It's crazy. Relationships are always going to be interesting because
we love it. We love it.
Let's talk about the drama around Matilda Djerf. If you don't know who Matilda Djerf, she is a Swedish princess. No, she's not a princess, but she's like the Swedish blonde, super pretty girl who just gives off the most like
aspiring content. Like, if you are looking for aspiring lifestyle, fashion, beauty content, that is that girl. And she's been that girl for so long.
Minimal. Like her style is
effortless.
I love it. Like I eat it up.
No, I know you love it because you did talk about her.
I love her style. I love her aesthetic. I love like the she really gives off like the clean girl energy, like the clean girl look. How
she even
easy it
started
is.
with that hairstyle, that haircut.
I think her hair made her famous because I've never seen a hair like that, to be honest.
Even the cut of it is just so nice, like perfectly layered and blowed out.
She has great hair. She's great skin. She's a pretty girl. You know what it is in this world? All you need to be is blonde and pretty, and you got it. Like it's all yours, girl. Like take it. You know,
with taste.
A little bit of taste. I don't know if it's the taste or if it's like just Swedish culture. I think everyone is kind of like that over there. Whereas like there's different corners of the internet, right? That we have our clean girl aesthetic girls, and when I say clean girl, guys, I'm not just talking about white girls. Anybody like who aspires to be in that kind of realm, clean girl aesthetic. You know, we have like the maximalist, because do you know this girl named I'm Black Lily?
Yes.
Love her down.
She's like East African.
She is. Her style, and she's like popping off right now. Yeah. I don't know if you noticed, her shit is going viral. Like
she's great.
She's great.
I've seen her when she was at like maybe 5,000
Literally, I've been following her for years. So there's this girl named I'm Black Lily. She's incredible. Her style is incredible. She's very like Diara-esque, like maximalist, jewelry, glasses, like crazy textures. Like she's a fashionista. Like that's why I call her fashionista, you know? There's different realms. And so right now, the clean girl world is going off because of Matilda. Because Matilda started like, you know, with her hair videos, her makeup, like aesthetic, and then she started Djerf Avenue, which is like a store where she sells like basic pieces that are like great for like a capsule wardrobe kind of thing.
Overpriced.
And they're quite expensive, but apparently they're like locally sourced, so it's okay, but the quality is not great. Anyway, so it came out that she's a big bully. Like she's really mean to her employers. She's really mean to employees. She's a bully. She like, there was like a one thing that stood out was the fact that she refuses to share the bathroom. So she has a specific bathroom that is just used by her and her favorite employees. So there's like favoritism. There was like,
and if you use it, she'll make you clean it.
She did. Somebody used it by accident, not knowing, because she put a sign up that says, please don't use. Yeah. And somebody used it because the sign fell off, and she said, well, you better go in there and clean your nasty ass
crazy
markings or something. I don't know, like get it off.
Yeah.
And then apparently she was like, her brand is meant to be like inclusive, and apparently she like called one of the models fat.
One of the from her plus line collection. She's like fat. She's too fat. Like we don't want to go that
fat. Yeah. Only a little bit of fat.
Only a little bit. Like only double XL. That's
not the triple or quad. No. So. So it's coming all down, and the white girls, because I feel like that's usually who I see shopping her stuff. Yeah. They're like, they're like, what are we going to do with our Djerf stuff now? Like, I don't want to wear this anymore. She's a bully. Sell it or just still wear it if you already bought it. Like, you know what I mean? You already spent the $120 on your blazer. Just wear it, you know? But, and then her robes got really, Do you see?
I don't even know that
she has like these like really viral robes that have like fruit all over them. They're really, really cute. I was looking for dupes on Amazon actually.
Really?
And they do have a dupe on Amazon for like $40 because hers is like $100 something. It's very expensive.
And guys, she's doing really well with this clothing line. Like she is bringing in like hundreds of millions of dollars.
No, it's 35 million a year.
Was it 35?
Yeah.
Was that the cap?
No, the one you sent, it was 200 Swedish dollars, but it's 35 like million US dollars a year.
That's
which is
so crazy.
No, she built an empire for sure.
Yeah.
You know, so
like, this?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. But it's literally a house.
It's like, a robe. It's literally just a robe. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So that got really popping
$200.
It's so expensive. They have it for Amazon for $40. I'm gonna get it on Amazon because I think it is really, really cute.
No, it's literally titled Djerf Avenue Road.
Yeah, it's actually
Amazon. Right? That's crazy. Yeah, so she came out for being a bully and bullying her employees, and it's so crazy because like we would have never known how she is behind True Colors.
Nice girl.
As the sweetest like girl, you know, that I don't know, that treats her employees well, you'd assume, because she even posted YouTube videos of her. Like, I sent you the clip of her interviewing. No, if you guys see like the energy, and if you're really good at reading energy, they're literally so intimidated. And like even the way she's like asking the questions, it's kind of like,
you better answer right,
bitch, or you will get fired.
No, so, you can see the meanness. But then I also saw like an interesting take because they did say that, you know, men who are CEOs and bosses are not expected to be nice to their employees. And are we acting quick to tear down a woman-owned business? Because it is a fair point, right? Because men are known as being like, you know, like they're mad and do this, do that. But if a girl is like not nice, I mean, I think the bullying and like the bathroom and all that is very bitchy.
It is very bitchy, but like people are in Sweden are obviously taking this like more serious. Like, they put a toilet outside of her
I
store.
saw that.
And like on the they put a sign above the toilet that said like
Matilda only.
Yeah, or like, you know, making fun of the claims that came out, and Matilda came out apologizing for the claims.
But she kind of kept it short, right? She's just said, "Yeah, sorry, I'll do better."
That's it.
And I think that's all she really needs to say. Like, she didn't deny it. What I think is good. She just said, well, maybe I was a bully. Maybe I am a bitch. I think also, it's just, again, you know, we need to stop assuming people are nice. Like, because I think you'll be shocked at how mean some people are. And it's actually, a lot of girls are bitches. Like, that's just how it is. Like, men too.
So crazy.
But it's just like, we shouldn't assume because she's white and blonde and she has a cutie little face and a small little button nose that she's nice.
Yeah.
It's actually our own psychology that is making us assume she's nice because she looks like a little bunny.
I said, girl, what?
No, me too. I was quite shocked. I was honestly like,
I would have never thought.
It's not even that she seems nice. Yeah. She looks nice. That's why I assume she's nice. And that goes down to so much like the politics of pretty privilege, pretty like what like and when you get down to it, even like serial killers, that's how they use their charm and their good looks to lure you in and then eat you alive, literally. So you know what I mean?
And
like,
you know, it's even like the image that she gives off of her life and her, like she has a perfect little life, you know. So it's like, what gives you the reason to be a bitch? Like, your life seems seemingly perfect,
also,
you know?
People are like, she's a nepo baby. Even if she didn't have this, she wouldn't need this. She's fine. Her sister, like, I think has like another company, but she's also just like, she just travels the world. And she's like,
she was living in France and she moved to Sweden to help her sister
and I
out.
did buck up on her sister's Instagram one time and I saw like, she's just like, she has like a surf company or like a coffee thing or like, I don't know, like she's just on the water all the time and like just living life. So I don't know. I just think we're going to consistently be disappointed if we assume things of famous people. Yeah. Because they're just people. Like, why wouldn't they disappoint you? Everybody else does. Like, you know, so
very good
that's
point.
Just that. Yeah.
That was crazy news.
That's really it. And I don't think it's going to hurt her business all that much. I think she's going to be just fine.
I think she's going to be just fine. I honestly don't even feel like it would hurt
even
sales. I'm sorry.
No, like, even though she called somebody fat, it's fine. Like,
people do way worse.
People do worse. Like, I don't know. Like, I know. Like, I'm not saying like it's not a bad thing, and I'm not saying like it's okay for people to get bullied, but like, even if this was like a case in like a corporate job, HR would talk to them and say, do better next time. And that's it. And so the same thing for her. Like, I hope she learns from it. I hope she's not mean to people. Like, I hope she genuinely takes something from it.
Yeah, right.
But she's probably not going to. She's probably just going to be like, these fucking bitches told on me. Like, you know, I don't want your dirty ass on my toilet. And I still don't. Now what? Like, you know, like, I don't think she's really going to do nothing.
It would be different if it was like a separate toilet just for her, right? I would understand that because some people are OCD. Okay, cool.
But
and
if it's your company, her favorite
it's
employees?
her and her favorite employees. That's weird.
That's like, weird. That's like the that's like actually bullying. Yeah. And I'm sure when she's not in the office, those favorites like are encouraging like the mean environment. You know, so I definitely. I can see that. Yeah. That's literally not nice.
Didn't someone claim like they have like PTSD from working under her? Yeah. The environment was just that toxic. Yeah. That she literally needed therapy.
Honestly, go watch the interview she did on YouTube. All the answers are right there. Like the way that they were so scared to answer the questions, like the way she's like looking at them, like if you answer this incorrectly. Yeah.
Make me look good on camera.
Like for real. So she has like definitely an image to uphold. I think whatever. Like she's gonna be fine, guys. She's a white blonde pretty girl. She's gonna be fine. Okay, pretty much. I was just telling Shoshana, like, remind me to tell you about Aksum women, which is Aksum is in Tigray, and we are both Tigrayan. And my mom was telling me about like how people would like walk long distances like during the war or whatever to leave, right? And so it was like a lot of it was like days and days of walking, right? And even my mom told me her story about how she tried to escape to Sudan and like all these things, like back in the day when there was like a war in Ethiopia. But there was like this story that a lot of people came back and talked about. So there was like a group of women and children. They were walking for days, like maybe it was like day 3 or 4, and then they eventually come and they find like these people who were kind of like in the middle of nowhere. And they house them, they feed them, they like let them sleep comfortably in like a warm place. And then when they wake up, there's nothing there. Like they like collectively have this like weird mirage experience where like none of it existed. And it's like a story that a lot of people have come back with, where it's like either people, they think they're like some kind of ghosts, something from God, something from something, like,
oh my God,
like they literally all collectively see these women. They're like, oh, come, like we're gonna feed you, come sleep. They sleep. They slept somewhere. They're wearing blankets. Like they're all like there's like a group of walkers and they all experience the exact same thing. Multiple different walkers have experienced this, where they come across this one area where they see these women in Aksum who are like in this like kind of like women only like little village kind of, and they ate, they slept, they recovered by something. Then when they wake up, nothing is there.
So they're on the ground.
They're on the ground. They wake up on the ground. They wake up. They felt full. Like they all have the same memory.
That's
and I'm
crazy.
like, because when I went to Red Deer, like, I was telling them about my psychic experience, and they were like, that's crazy. Some of them were like, bullshit, not real. Even though I'm telling them like, no, guys, like this has to be real. Like, how would she know? But then some of them were also like, oh no, I've seen. Okay, so one of my uncles is a taxi driver, and he was telling us like how him and his other taxi driver friend, they pick up this, like, there's this one lady that they pick up, both of them, like, whatever they do, like, they know her, and she's a witch, or, like, she's a psychic of some kind, right? And his friend, she asked him, like, hey, what's your name, and whatever, and she started telling him about, like, his sister who died.
What the hell?
Like, when she died, like, all these things, like, was telling him stuff that she would not know. Like, I don't know, this is, like, she's, like, an indigenous woman. And he was like very shook by it. So then one day my uncle picks her up, right? And my uncle's like a big disbeliever. He's like, nah, bullshit. Don't talk to me. You're lying, you know? So she starts asking him questions, because that's kind of what she does. She just talks, and she's like, do you mind if I like tell you? Because she's like, I don't know. She's like, I don't know how psychics work. I don't know if they're constantly surrounded by spirits. I don't know how it works. I don't know what it's like in their mind. But she started asking him questions, and he's like, whatever. And so he gives her some wrong information, right? Like, to kind of see if she's gonna like call her out, right? Yeah. So she's like, okay, like she's believing him because he's saying it like normally. And then like as she's talking, about to like tell him something, she's like, you told me something wrong. Ooh! Yeah. And he was like stopped dead in his tracks. She's like, you're wasting my time. It's fine. I'm not going to talk to you anymore. And then they went silent for the rest of the ride. And then my mom started telling me about, because she had an aunt who went on this like walk through like Tigray and went in Aksum, and she saw the women. She like saw the women with all these other people, and I was like,
"Is it the same women? Like, if you were to describe them to someone,
yes,
like they look the same. They're
all
wearing the
have
same
the
thing.
collective same experience. Like, they talk to the same people. They had like they ate the same food. They slept in the same place.
Weird, bro.
And I'm like we've heard of a mirage, like when people have been walking in the desert for so long, and then they see like an oasis.
Right?
Yeah, they start hallucinating. But it's like the fact that these people all remember the same thing. They have the same memory. I was like, that is so spooky yuki.
Me trying to make sense of it all, like, do they just pack up in the middle of the night and just dip to the next
Did they just leave them in their village? No.
They just gotta go.
No,
like, that's what I'm trying to make sense of.
I was
like,
thinking of it too. I'm like, how is that? Wait, come closer. Like, how is that possible, right? Like, how?
Maybe they're just really, like, dainty with it too. Like, they just lift it.
No, not they tricked them and then ran. Like, no, I was like, no, that is so creepy. I honestly, I live for creepy stuff like that. I think it's...
Yeah, you love it.
I love it because I'm like, there is a hole somewhere in this universe. Like, there's no way it's just us here, I need to see it myself. So...
Isn't Aksum like a really religious area too?
Exactly. It is.
For them,
it is the kingdom of Aksum. You don't just say it's the kingdom of Aksum. It's like there's like biblical connection there. They have like the oldest church there. They have like it is a very historic place. Like Aksum is like, if you Google it, like it's crazy. So me, I'm just like, I believe it. That's it. But that's the thing too. Me, I believe everything. So I'm like, because I'm believing also because I love it. Like, like, wow.
Yeah.
Imagine.
I never heard of that story though.
Yeah. Maybe your mom knows about it too. Maybe ask her.
I'll ask her about it. So let's play.
Okay, guys. So there hasn't been a lot cooking in like social media lately, and we've been like kind of bored. Honestly, I want to add this as a series if you guys like it. Yeah. Because they liked our other one.
They did like our other personal questions. So
we wanted to well, shout out to Aziza because she just happened to have a second one of these games called Convo and Chill, which is 99 controversial conversation cards. And we decided to play it.
We're gonna play it.
This is great too, like 2 to 10 players, 60 to 90 minutes, like, and it's an 18+ game. Okay. So fun. So we're gonna pull out a card and let's talk about it.
All right, guys. So first card from the Convo and Chill deck.
Okay. Are you gonna just pull a random one and talk about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, oh my god, wait, this is cool.
I know, right?
Okay, this is actually really great clickbait too. What are your thoughts on the general 3-month rule before having sex with someone you're dating?
I think that's a good rule.
This is like some Steve Harvey, like, think like a man, act like a lady or something like that. What was it called?
I think you got it.
Yeah, think like a man, act like a woman or something like that.
I think you're right.
But Steve Harvey literally he wrote it in his book.
Like, when I heard that was a real book, I thought that was a pretend book for the movie.
No, girl. No, I know, right?
Yeah,
that was like, based off the book.
What?
So yeah,
I think like having some kind of buffer time before you fuck someone is a good idea. That's what I think because to me it boggles my like sex is so crazy to me because like you're really inside. You know what I mean? Like,
but also we're not judging those who do. Like, even if you want
no, this is obviously just my opinion.
Fuck
if
on
you
the
want
first
to
date
do it,
or whatever,
that's fine.
cool, do you? But like, just personally, I just wouldn't do it. I need to know. I actually need to know everything about you. Unfortunately, right?
I don't need to know everything about you. I just think I need to feel like more of a connection, and I feel like sexual chemistry when it builds a little bit more turns out better anyway. So
no, I feel like I need to know like. Yeah, I do agree with like you need time to know a person fully, and 3 months even I think is like I think that's a good amount of time. Like you've been on enough dates with them, you have probably met each other's friends at this point. Like you know, like you are getting a good feel of this person, and like maybe you had your first argument already, and like I don't know, like if you do plan on taking someone serious, because I do think like when you're dating people, like who you're gonna take serious, and then know who you're gonna like just have fun with, them serious, right?
Because if you just did like a one night stand because you wanted to, that's different. Fine.
So that's like,
but if you want like if you see them and you're like I like them and I think I want to keep dating them. I do think waiting is also strategic. A little bit. In art and building tension. And there's an art in all of that.
I also feel like it's the way guys think of things too. Like I don't know, some men might think to take you also more seriously if you are more stricter on, your timeline of things too. Because like maybe that'll see how how you value yourself, and that'll change his opinion on you too, like, you know.
But I also think like 3 months might be kind of long in an adult relationship. Like,
is it?
I think so. It could be, because like 3 months can be like, y'all can be dating once a week, going out once a week, once every 2 weeks.
But you're also
that's
talking
a lot
to
of
this
dates.
person.
Exactly. That's a lot of talking, a lot of dates. 3 months of like no action, especially if you guys are kind of exclusive. Because there's also the rule of like the third date. After the third date, you can do it, you know? But then
see me after the third date, then you can get a kiss. Like,
really? Yeah.
Sex? No, that's insane.
Fair,
to me,
fair.
right?
No,
like,
very fair.
Value
waiting.
Sex, yeah, like
differently,
differently. Like,
it's
you know,
also a spiritual thing for a lot of people, and for me especially. Like,
what do you mean? I can create a kid with you if, you know, like, if things go wrong. Like, it's a very serious decision in my head. Like, I agree with the 3 month waiting rule.
Yeah, I feel like you're even longer.
I would go longer. Yeah, if I had to, but if I felt like it was right, cool, I would do it right then and
also
there.
it's like feeling it out.
Yeah,
but I do feel like you don't even give yourself a chance to feel things out, get to know them. Even like, imagine you meet someone, you're like, oh my god, I really want to fuck, and then you do it, and then you like find out they're like a fucking clown on Instagram. Oh my god, it's so embarrassing. Sorry, no
what
shame.
are you talking?
No, like, but like,
no, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, literally,
you need to feel out a person. Sorry.
No, I'm definitely on some like, I'm team wait a little bit at least, but I get also adult relationships move much faster than when we were back in the game. Like,
back in the game,
what?
No,
like,
that's really what it is.
That's, you know what I mean? So it's been a long time, but I do feel like when you're like older, 3 months is a long time, and people have needs too. Should sex education be banned for students in grades 1 to 5?
Damn. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Actually, no. Sorry.
No. I was gonna say why.
I was gonna say no. Yeah, I was watching. I don't know. I was just like scrolling on TikTok. Someone who was sexually abused by her father.
Yes.
It took her learning about it in school
to find out what
was going on, because she felt this intense like guilt, right? Because she grew up Mormon too, like, so going to the church and stuff, like, she felt guilt all the time. And then when she learned about sexual abuse in school, she put two and two together.
Like, wait a minute,
and she realized, like, you know, and so no, it's very
that,
needed.
Like, coming down on you.
I
think I agree with you. Like, when I say sex education, I just mean like the basics of
just
sex,
the
basics of connection, basics of consent, because we're not talking about like everything else, or the intricacies of certain sex positions, the intricacies of different kinds of sex. It's just sex in general between two humans. I think is really important for young people to learn, because whether you like it or not, they get exposed. Either by bad people, bad adults,
or kids in the school,
or media, or kids. And you know what? Apparently, like, majority of a lot of children's sexual abuse comes from other children, because they don't know either. Or maybe they do know, but like children either their age, children a little older than them, who maybe have also been sexually abused. I think knowledge is power, and it can actually help a lot of people. So I say yes, definitely, as early as possible.
The Fully Alive books.
Oh my god, yes, Canada, like, Fully Alive.
Are strippers allowed at your partner's bachelor or bachelorette party? If so, would physical contact be okay?
No. What kind of stupid question is that? Next. What? No.
I'm actually crying, but it's like,
are they allowed at yours?
Yeah.
For you or for your man?
For both of us. Like, I don't really want it for me anyways. Like, male strippers, who the fuck wants that shit?
No, I would say female strippers for me too, to be honest.
If we're gonna choose,
I'm not I actually don't want no man grinding in my face.
Me, please. It's
this
not
is
even
assault.
cute. No, seriously.
You're harassing me, actually. Get the fuck away from me. Because no.
Yeah, and they go too crazy with it sometimes.
There's
like,
nothing sexy about a man. I'm so sorry.
So
Unless you are actually sexually attracted to that specific man. Like, I can appreciate a face more than anything, but like,
I don't know, maybe we're saying
so
this
aggressive
now because we're like young. You never heard of Chippendales?
I have heard of Chippendales.
It's a huge male strip show.
It's been going on for years.
Yes, and it's like a lot of gays and like older women that go, you know?
I just think there's something so aggressive about a man's body. Like, there's nothing,
but
like, women are, like, there's something very pleasing about like looking at a woman, but like, I think
I don't like. You were like, stop harassing me.
Like it's actually a like grinding like this, like on, like, are in my face,
and the
my god,
and, like, no,
and it's them like the way they slide up to you. Like, you're actually scared of me. Stop. Get away from me. Like, I don't like it. And you're too no. I get like the fun of it, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not actually getting turned on by it.
No. But for your partner's bachelorette.
I don't know. Party. Like, do you really want that? Like, are you really fiending for it? You're really dying for it? Like,
if it's like, okay, like your last hurrah, right? Like, okay, cool, go all out.
I don't get that. Yeah, that's the thing I don't agree with. What do you mean last hurrah?
But I do hear of like strippers coming on, social media and saying like your man's bachelorette parties or whatever, like they tell these strippers a lot of things and like they like confide in these strippers and like
I feel
like a lot of and they like ask to do things further with the strippers and stuff, but like as long as you trust you really never know.
But like if you allow them, are you saying like would you allow them to get like a lap dance and stuff? Oh yeah, you're like so cool. Yeah, no way, Jose. That's my answer.
Yeah,
I don't know, like if you really want it, like I'm just gonna be like, why do you want it? Like you really want a stripper there? For real?
It's just the fun of it. It's like, I don't know.
Are you gonna slap someone's ass? Like, what are you gonna do with that?
Like, how far is it gonna go?
Like, what are you allowing? A lap dance? A lap dance is quite a bit. Like, what if they turn around? It's not a back-facing lap dance.
So, I want to choose the stripper. Okay, like.
Okay, see, like now you're doing too much.
I want to choose a stripper.
You
Sorry,
can't do all that.
Like, you actually can. You can.
What do you mean? Like, you're gonna pick like the ugliest stripper on the line?
No.
Like, what are you gonna do?
But like.
Which one? What's your criteria?
Like,
what's your criteria?
You can't be that bad. That's it.
Okay, so she's gonna pick the ugliest one.
No,
like,
not
she's gonna pick the ugliest one with the Bosch BBL, and then she's gonna say, "Yeah, you can dance on it."
Yeah. Actually, yes.
No.
Yes. Not the Bosch BBL. Okay, just like not a 10. Like you can't. No, not a 10. Sorry.
Then you're not actually okay with it. Cause like, what if he ends up at a strip club where they're all 10s, where they're all bad as fuck? He goes there like he's in Miami. Fuck,
you're not going to Miami. You're not going to Miami. Isn't it like a hotel room and then they hire strippers to come?
See, that I'm not okay with. Are you fucking crazy? The hotel room where it's already private? Shoshana, you're gonna get cheated on. What's wrong with you?
Like, nah, I don't think he would.
No, I don't think he would either. But I'm just saying, like, there's gonna be some shit going on in that room if there's a hotel room and strippers come. If you go to the strip club, that's like a public space.
Actually, then yes.
You know what I mean? That's a little bit different.
Okay, so yeah, go to the strip club, have fun, whatever, But like, I was thinking like bachelorette parties usually at a hotel, isn't it? And they like your boys hire strippers
people
or whatever.
Go to the strip club for the bachelor party too. Yeah.
So yeah, if that was the case, then yeah, whatever. It is what it is.
Like, why do you want a last hurrah? Do you know what I mean? Like, you're grieving it.
I don't know. It's just like have fun with the boys.
Okay, an 8-month-old pregnant woman and an 8-year-old elderly woman ask for your bus seat at the same time. Can you imagine, like, one's on the left, one's on the right? Who are you giving your seat to?
I would have to say I'm giving it to the pregnant woman.
Oh, I'm giving it to the elderly woman.
Really?
100%.
That's crazy.
No, it's not. What do you mean? They can't stand. What if she's, like, unwell?
Okay, well, I will have to see
an elderly woman,
if they're struggling or not.
A pregnant woman is, like, they're strong. Like, they're okay. Like, you know what I mean?
And depends on the pregnancy, though. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know the details of the pregnancy. All I know is that this is an 80-year-old woman.
I know, but like some 80-year-old women are built good, and their muscles are like okay, and they can stand.
If she looks fine,
that's what I mean.
Yeah,
like, I would have to assess like physically, if
like
who
looks worse
over, and like you're like struggling to stand up. Okay, like obviously an 80-year-old woman, but like I don't know, because like I would see a pregnant girl and I'd be like, okay,
I'll give my seat up to either of them, to be honest, and let them fight it out. To be
That's
yo, I don't really care. One of y'all can take it. You know what? That's my answer.
That's so funny.
Because it's not really my choice. Like,
really not your choice.
Anything to do with me. Imagine, am I the seat holder? Like, it's not my seat.
That's y'all problem.
You guys can rock, paper, scissors it out, to be honest.
Rock, paper, scissors is crazy.
Because I don't know. Like, are you guys okay? To me, an 80-year-old is like frail.
What you would think of an 80-year-old, but like, bro,
no, obviously,
the way I've
once
seen
in a while you see some 80-year-olds and they're acting like they're 60, like,
literally, especially the Chinese ones. Oh my gosh,
no, a lot of them, like like you see them and they're fine walking, talking. They're actually maybe they want to stand, but
even they would get offended. Like,
maybe no, I'm assuming they both asked me for the seat, but if the pregnant lady is also, because I also see some pregnant ladies, they seem a-okay. Like sometimes at the hospital when I'm there, like they're actually in labor, and I'm like, do you want a wheelchair? They're like, no, I'm fine. Like literally, like they're okay. They walk up. I'm like, are you sure? It's kind of a far walk. Just take it. They're like, no. I'm like, okay. You know what it is? A lot of people come to the hospital with like a guilt. They're like, no, somebody else needs it. Girl, take the fucking.
Yeah, it could never be.
It's not your problem. So sorry. If someone else needs it, just take the seat.
Yeah.
Know?
If your partner has never posted any pictures of you on social media, do you consider that a red flag?
I don't know, because do they post in general? Like, are they posting everything else and then not me? Then yes. But if they're like a ghost on social media and they barely post, or they only post like scenery and stuff, they don't post their face, then no.
Yeah. So nothing on social media is ever that deep. Like, I don't know. Even if they do post, you know, personal things, or like they do post on social media and I'm not on their social media, I don't care, because my partner is not on my social media either. Yeah. Like, you know, and like I get it, I'm more of an influencer, yeah, but like even still, if I wasn't, I still wouldn't put them on social media. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't consider that a red flag.
Their reasons, like if they're like, I don't want someone to evil eye me. Fine, that works. I get it. I get it. Yeah. But if they're just like being kind of shady about it and they post all their other friends, I would be kind of like, then I kind of would be like, why are you picking and choosing? Like, you know, because if they show everything else, I would.
Red flag.
Kind of, yeah. I do think social media is serious. Social media is almost my entire life. Yeah, like, what do you mean? So to me, it is.
Yeah. Name something non-sexual that turns you on.
There's so many. There's so many. Like, I'm thinking like,
okay, maybe name top 3.
Top 3
non-sexual things that turn you on.
When you like solve a problem. Do you love a problem solver?
Yeah, solution-based.
Solutions. Because I don't need to hear the issue. Just tell me the problem is solved. Do you know what I mean? Like if
can you imagine? I don't know how to fix that, man. Like,
imagine, like, for example, like, let's say like the coffee machine breaks.
Yeah.
Then the next morning it's already fixed. Very hot. Right. Very good work. A man who is like, this all goes to your usefulness, honestly. Like, a man who
are you resourceful?
Like, are you resourceful? Like, a man who can cook.
Oh, that's great.
Very great. Like, imagine.
I think that's like, now that I've experienced a man that can cook, that's like standard. Like, you need to know how to do something in the kitchen. Like,
absolutely.
There's no way I'm gonna just like,
I just
you're
don't
gonna
know
depend on me for a meal. Absolutely not.
On this side of the world, where there's
this
like
point of your life,
every resource is in front of you. Not only
ramen noodles. Like, what the fuck?
That is so ugly. Oh my god. A surprise. I love a surprise. Like, that's my favorite thing.
Wait,
a surprise. Like, okay, surprise.
Like just being surprised.
Yeah. Like,
really?
Oh my god. Like, my favorite thing, and I really think it stems from my childhood, right?
Yeah.
But like, my dad used to take us on like surprise trips. Like, he wouldn't tell us where we're going. He would just take us in the car.
What?
And then I think it's because my dad used to be a taxi driver back in the day.
Yeah.
Is that he would know when like little fun things were happening, right? So like, he would like literally take me and my brother, or like me and a friend sometimes randomly, and like we wouldn't know where we're going, and he'd be like, we're going to the circus. And I'd be like, oh my God, like,
that's so
fun. Or like, he would like drive, and I'd be like, Dad, where are we going? Where are we going? And he'd be like, I'm not going to tell you.
So he would just make you guys get ready. Say we're going somewhere.
He would call it shoulda, because it's like, that's how you say it's like adventure. We're going on an adventure.
That's so cool.
And then he would just like literally take us to like a you know how
just something
back in the day,
yeah,
even they used to have like those pop up like kind of little exhibitions, like little where they had like little rides or Ferris wheel or something. And sometimes they would just pop up in different parts of the city, and because he's a driver, like he would be all over the city. He probably saw it and be like, okay, I'm gonna take them here. So
like what do you mean, like a surprise though? Like flowers? Like, what do you mean?
Don't care for flowers at all. Okay. Like, don't.
So
really
what's
care.
a surprise then? Like dinner plans or something like that?
Maybe a dinner plan. Maybe like, oh, I got you these slippers. They were fuzzy, so I just got it because I know you like a fuzzy slipper.
Yeah.
Like something like that's not a flower is nice.
Yeah,
I do like a flower, but like, again, flower to me is kind of standard, and I can also just get my own flowers because I live beside so many flower shops. But for me, it's more like a fun little date. Like when, I don't even think I've ever said this, but like me and Lucas have matching tattoos, and like that was a surprise. Like that was like, I didn't
really
know. Yeah, it was like a Valentine's Day surprise.
Wait, what do you mean? That like, he just showed you that he got the same tattoo?
Us, like, no. He booked us an appointment to get a matching tattoo. He knew I would be down, but I didn't know like if we were gonna do it or anything. But like he slyly talked about like just like the idea of somebody like planting seeds and like planning things around it all while you don't know is like so romantic to me. So that kind of shit.
Top 3. Okay, so good sense of humor. That's really attractive. Agree with the thoughtfulness, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, you came home after a long day or something.
Yeah.
Like your food is made for you, you know?
Very nice. Very lovely.
Super sweet.
Or even imagine like they cook you the food and like they like lit a candle for you.
Yeah.
And, like the house is clean. And like,
love,
you know what I mean?
Love that.
Like that is so nice. Or you go into the kitchen and like, cause my kitchen is kind of like yours too, where it's like you don't see it off bat. Sometimes I go inside, I forgot there's dishes in there. I'm like, fuck, like, you know?
Yeah.
Or like when you go in and it's like spotless.
Yeah.
Love that.
What a man.
What a man. What a man.
Okay, non-sexual turn on. I would say like a deep voice.
Oh, okay.
Like I don't like Like, have some bass in your voice. Like, I don't. Why do you sound like me? Why do you sound like me? Like, you know, like, yeah. So that's
like a nice manly.
Yeah,
thing.
like just like an
assertive voice.
Yes.
Oh, you know what else is really, really hot is like if they know how to talk to like people and they have like an assertiveness when they talk to people, like
even like good vocabulary too.
Oh yeah.
You know, like obviously he's a smart man too. That's a non-sexual.
Oh, intelligence is big.
So yeah, that's basically it. Right?
Yeah,
we answered the questions. That was really fun. I actually want to keep going and forget about that.
No.
I just want to keep going.
We're gonna bring this into
we
like
do one more.
No, Shoshana, we have to
one more.
We have so many episodes.
Really quick one, fine.
We're gonna save it and then we can bring it back.
Yes. Okay. And now let's get into
cue the commentary.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for uninviting my oldest daughter to Christmas over Santa? I, 43 female, have children with very large age gaps. My oldest is 25 that I had with a high school ex. Then we separated and I married my husband much later. My younger two are 9 and 7. My younger children believe in Santa while my daughter's son doesn't. She raised him not with the Santa magic, which is perfectly okay. I just rather not have it ruined for my children who do believe in Santa. I was having Christmas at my house and I asked my daughter if she'd please talk to her son because I wouldn't like the magic ruined for them. I still put packages under the tree with "From Santa" on them and leave out cookies and reindeer treats, bird seeds, for the imagination. My daughter told us she wouldn't make her son lie, and my children are old enough to understand if her son decides to say something.
How old are the kids again? How old are her kids?
7 and 9.
Okay, and her kid is the daughter's...
She didn't say, but like I'm assuming around the same age. I told her if she wouldn't talk to her son, they could spend Christmas at their apartment. My daughter didn't like that and said I was choosing my younger children's happiness over hers and that I was being completely unreasonable. My husband supports me, but thinks I might be being a little high-strung as our children are getting older. I just want to keep the Christmas magic alive. Am I the asshole?
No, you're not the asshole. No, you're not the asshole. You want what you want for your kids. And, you know, like, you don't want to ruin Christmas for them. Like, 7 and 9 is still very young. Like, why not keep it going if you can? Like, until they figure out that Santa's not real on their own. Like, you know what I mean?
But I do think 7 and 9 is around the age you will figure it out.
Like, they haven't.
But, no, I know. But, like, it's going to get ruined either by catching your parents.
Yeah.
Or another kid telling you that it's not real.
Like,
so it's like... You can also let the natural thing happen because I just
7 and 9 is young, girl. Like, no, you can. Yes. Okay, 9, not 9. But like the 7-year-old, 7 is like
7.
That's a baby. 7, like that's a kid.
7 is quite young.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's like even between kids, like there's gonna be a time where the older kids find out and the younger kid doesn't know. I don't know why the daughter won't really be like why she won't.
But also, like, why not just keep them like a kid, like, you know, and like let them believe that Santa is real for as long as you can, like, as a mom, like, you know, because like
I just think it's weird that she's trying to like I feel like kids will talk, kids will say something, and I feel like it's not a reason to like not invite him over, like, you know what I mean, like if they find out, they find out, like, you know what I mean, like I don't know what they this was gonna either be their last Christmas with Santa either way, like this one or the next one, like you only have, you know what I mean, so And then
is there an edit? Or?
There's no edit, but people have made good points because they are calling her the asshole. They said, "Isn't your daughter's son your grandson? I see you don't refer to him that way. So having your 7 and 9-year-old believe Santa is so important, you'd rather your grandson stay home because he knows Santa doesn't have reindeers and go down chimneys all over the world in one night. I get Christmas magic and your 7-year-old is kind of young, but I think your priorities are off. My children knew there was a real Saint Nicholas. Once they got into school, Santa became just a fun part of Christmas, and they were fine. They got Santa's gifts until they were 20. I think it's sad you don't seem to care too much for your grandson to rather not even have him over for Christmas because of this. Like, I kind of get that too. Like, you could still have like this Christmas magic without like the complete lie of like the Santa Claus thing. And it does kind of feel like she doesn't really care about her grandson. She's saying, why is my daughter's son?
Yeah, is
that's
it because
your grandson?
I guess she had her in high school, so it's like more like a sister relationship. Definitely like y'all grew up together. Matter. Like
your son is your if your kid is 20.
I know
you can never. A mom can't have a sister relationship. You can be really close and even be friends with your daughter, but it's always mom and daughter. Do you know what I mean? So like, I feel like there's like a weird disconnect between them, and I do feel like.
Yeah, because like I don't know why
the grandson is not getting like any kind of love from this grandmother. Yeah,
or, like,
that would hurt me too. As a daughter. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I kind of agree, and I say asshole because the 7-year-old is young, but the 9-year-old probably already knows what's up. To be honest, you know.
But wouldn't she mention that?
Maybe she's not having this conversation with. The thing is too, a lot of times kids keep up the magic for the parents too.
Really?
I think so. Yeah, like they think they don't know, and like they're like, I think I do know. Like I don't, you know what I mean? Maybe they don't say anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm coming from a point of like, the magic was ruined for me very young. Like,
was it?
Yeah, remember my mom didn't make me believe in Santa.
I thought you never believed in it. I thought there was
like,
never magic.
No, I did up until she told me that it wasn't
How
real.
old were you?
I was probably like, I was really young, like maybe 4 or 5 or whatever.
No, because she didn't even give you a chance.
No, I didn't even get a chance to believe in him. It's a question. Like,
so you feel robbed?
Yeah, I feel robbed of my childhood. So like, keep it going for as long as you can. Like, I don't know.
But like that other girl said too, like even me, like my parents were like pretending Santa. Oh yeah, it's gonna be Santa, like whatever. Until we were like really old, like old enough to definitely know it's not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like even if they know, the magic doesn't mean it's gone. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Your mom definitely didn't need to rob you that early.
No, she didn't.
She could have at least let you have it till 7.
Yeah.
But you would have figured it out too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So you think she is the asshole?
I do think the grandma's the asshole. Yeah.
Am I the asshole for not making my husband Christmas dinner after he wasn't hungry at my parents' dinner? My parents celebrate Christmas on Christmas Eve because it's my mom's birthday Christmas Day. We usually end up at their house for both days to celebrate. We had a big family dinner last night. I brought my husband his plate and he picked at it a bit, then left it on the counter. I fed the babies and helped with the presents and even had a few minutes for some maternity pictures and family pictures. I'm 8 months pregnant and we have a 4-year-old and an 8-month-old. Both boys. Afterwards, we had a million presents to unwrap and I helped clean up the kitchen. I then packed the car while my husband held the baby. We finally got home around 9 p.m., get the kids through their bedtime routines and settle down. Finally, around 10, I lay down on the couch. I literally having Braxton Hicks contractions when I hear the words, "Are you going to make anything for dinner?" I felt
She's pregnant?
Yes.
How much pregnant?
8 months. Are you going to make anything for dinner? I felt my whole soul leave my body, I swear. I swallowed hard and asked him to repeat himself and to think hard about the last 10 hours of my day.
Literally.
He looked me dead in the eye and said he was hungry, and then asked why I didn't bring home his plate of leftovers from my parents. I told him I threw it out because he had basically stirred it all into a big soupy mess.
Ew.
He got offended that I wasted his food. He asked if there was anything I could make him really quickly. I said he could microwave himself a couple pizza pockets from the freezer. His final response was, "You're really not going to make me dinner on Christmas." Wow. He microwaved his own pizza pocket and ate them in silence before heading to bed without saying goodnight. Why am I so angry about it still this morning?
Maybe she should get a divorce.
Because you have every right to be angry about it forever, even until he realizes he was wrong. Because you're 8 months pregnant, you have a 4-year-old and an 8-month-old. You did everything at
the parents' house?
the Christmas Christmas at the parents' house. Then you come home and prep them for bed, which is hours to do. Like, it takes hours to do, right? And then put them to bed, and then to hear like when you're finally in bed, she said, "I'm having Braxton Hicks," which is like mini contractions. Yeah. Go on DoorDash. Why is that my problem? Like,
I just can't empathize with a man.
Why didn't you bring your food from Christmas?
Yeah, what do you mean? Why didn't you pack it? What are you, a fucking child?
I'm watching the kids.
Are you
like,
a child?
What are you talking about?
Your own fucking
what?
Like, your own
to-go
plate. Like,
oh my god.
I'm literally pregnant. I am the one that needs to be taken care of right now.
There are some women who love being that in the relationship, like love taking care of their partner and love, being the one to feed them or like, whatever. But like times like this, when you really don't have the capacity in you, like your priorities will just get, will get switched really quickly once kids come in the picture, and like you will see like how
once you are pregnant,
you can't do everything for everyone. Yeah,
no, it's just so inconsiderate of him to even look at you while you're comfortable after you did all that. Like, what were you doing? Like,
what did you do? What were you doing all day? Is the real
I don't have
question.
any. And that's stupid.
No, you're not the asshole. Like, what the fuck?
Not the asshole. Why'd you even write this in? You're dumb for even writing it in, making me look at you. What the hell? Am I the asshole for not allowing my daughter's half-sister to spend Christmas with us? My ex-husband and I got divorced 7 years ago. We share custody of our 13-year-old daughter. He got married and has a 5-year-old daughter with his now wife. His daughter would spend time with my daughter regularly. They adore each other, but she doesn't come up to my house, and they rarely meet up there. His wife has recently been diagnosed with cancer and has started treatment recently. The other day, he came to drop our daughter off and asked to speak to me. He talked He talked about his wife's circumstances and how his family won't be able to have a Christmas celebration this year. He said it wasn't fair for his daughter, and I asked if I could include her in my family celebration. He pointed out how the girls will have a great time together, bonding and making memories, but I said I was sorry, but my family's traditional celebration is a sacred thing and I don't feel comfortable including anyone else. Plus, it'd be awkward having her in my home. He said that his daughter may not be family to me, but she sure is to her for her half-sister. Mm-hmm. He asked me to stop and think about what's best for the kids here.
Yeah.
I suggested he take his daughter to spend Christmas with his grandparents. He said his parents and him are no contact, but tried to cut the conversation short, but he stopped me and started going on about how cruel it was for me to decline to include his daughter who's already having a hard time adjusting. I saw he was beginning to cry, so I stepped back and said I was no longer feeling comfortable having this conversation. I asked him to leave and he did, but still texting me asking me to agree to let his daughter come spend Christmas with me. That he even offered that he stays away if that'll make it less uncomfortable. I said no, and now he's calling me selfish and unfeeling. A point worth mentioning here and that is my family are going to attend, and they said that they too will not feel comfortable in this situation, so it would be awkward. Am I the asshole?
Wait, sorry. Can you repeat the last part? So
pretty much her family agrees that it would be uncomfortable and it would be kind of awkward.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, this is the type of situation where y'all need to be adults in the situation.
I can't believe she's saying no to let a kid stay with them for Christmas.
Not a kid. Her daughter's half sister. Like you know what I mean? Like it's not like a random kid from a different relationship. Like this is related to your daughter.
Still,
but
like what if like a kid was on the road by themselves? Yeah. Who wouldn't invite them in? Like I don't know. Like it's kind of like this is like a super exclusive Christmas party. Sorry, she can't come.
What are you talking about?
What kind of weirdo?
Yeah, no,
this is super weird. I'm actually really surprised because it says
and he even
not the asshole.
Wait, what?
I'm so surprised.
Okay, I would need to know how the relationship ended. Do you know what I mean? Like maybe he did some foul shit.
Maybe, but still, it's like her mom is like going through treatment and like there's no celebration this year. Like why can't?
What are the comments? Like why is she not the asshole? Because in my head she's the asshole. So
let me see what. Okay, families are not always traditional. One year we had a little boy whose dad was in prison. You do what you can.
Yeah,
we have parents. We gave presents to the little boy whose dad was in prison, Years later, I met the kid again and we were laughing and talking. Don't throw people away. What? Someone said, I think this is the right answers. OP, look, do I understand your side? Yes. You don't want to be responsible for your ex's child. I'd probably feel the same, but it's a 5-year-old and your child's half-sister whose mom is very ill. Put you out so much if you let her spend a day, a very special day, in your home with her sister who she loves. If your daughter wants it, would it put you out so terribly? I don't know. My heart kind of bleeds for the little girl. I don't know if this is like some kind of glitch on Reddit because everyone is saying you're the asshole.
Yeah.
She's 5. She's your daughter's half sister. She can come to my house for Christmas.
Yeah.
Opposite of the Christmas spirits. May you never find yourself in a situation similar and have someone respond in the ugly way that you are. Merry Christmas. For real. Yeah. Imagine it was your daughter.
And the dad is like really trying to. He's
and
like,
literally
I will
tears.
not be. Yeah, like I will not be in the area. Like
no, she's a bitch. She's a bitch.
She's so petty.
And honestly, that kind of response would for sure make me like, you know what? That's fine. I'm going to have a fun time with my daughter and have like a Christmas dinner with just me and her kind of thing or something. Because what an ugly spirit you have.
That is so crazy. And like there will be a time where your daughter needs like, you know, to stay over at the dad's house or whatever. Like, you know, like God forbid. But
that's
like,
what someone said. Like I hope
if the roles were ever reversed,
never a reverse
you
situation for you, because what an reasonable person.
I don't know. I feel
people are so mean.
It's so crazy how like her family even like collectively said that no, don't, because it'll
don't
be awkward.
Don't bring a 5-year-old. What is awkward about a 5-year-old?
She's a kid. What do you mean? What's so awkward about that? Like
people are weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Is your family just insane? Like
no.
Okay.
And to me, it's so awkward because like I literally like the way my house was like an open door growing up. Like so many people were in my house, and my family.
If you have it, why not? Right? Like
literally,
you would if you had a good heart. But asshole. You are actually the Grinch who stole Christmas.
You are the Grinch.
Like, that is what you are.
Yeah. In real life.
Am I the a-hole for accidentally letting my sister-in-law get chemical burns on her face? My husband, 26 male, and I, 26 female, bought our first home 7 months ago. His younger sister, 16 female, who just got her license, frequently shows up unannounced and has trouble taking no for an answer. Last Friday, she came over after dinner and asked to stay the night. We agreed since we had no plans. She asked to shower, so we let her use ours as our guest bathroom isn't stocked yet. I splurged on salon quality hair care products because my hair is unruly and my $27 shampoo bottle was brand new. Later, I found half the shampoo and nearly all the conditioner gone, along with my skincare scattered across the counter. She'd used almost $50 worth of hair products and all my skin stuff, including my prescription skincare, stored in a pharmacy bag. So
so she was snooping a little bit.
Yeah. I asked her to bring her own products next time as I wasn't comfortable with how much she used. I was in no way rude. I just explained that I splurge on really expensive products and can't afford to have $50 worth of products gone every time she showers here. Yeah, no, that's crazy. She called me selfish in a passive aggressive way and ended up leaving. By Tuesday, her skin was red, peeling, and breaking out terribly. At dinner with my in-laws Tuesday, she blamed me for not warning her about my skincare. I explained I hadn't expected her to dig through my drawers and use prescription products, which are expensive and took my skin weeks to adjust to. It was probably like retinol or something, or something like that. My father-in-law said I should pay for a doctor visit, but my husband refused, arguing that at 16 she should know better and that it was inappropriate for her to look through my medicine bag to even find the prescription product that was likely the culprit for the irritation. Am I at fault for not warning her? I wouldn't go through someone's personal products, let alone use their stuff like it was my own. Anyways, let me know what you guys think.
No, you're not the asshole, because how would you expect, it's one thing to snoop a little bit, right? Like, I get it. I used to do it.
Yeah.
Or like when I used to go to my aunt's house, like when I was younger, and they like their shit is like wow, what is all these products? You'd be really interested, but I would never think to open up like a prescription looking thing and put it on my face.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. You're stupid.
And
that's
you're
what you
16
get.
and you know better.
Yeah, no, 16 you definitely know better. You know what a prescription looks like. It's not like a regular cute little Tatcha cream. It's not like a fancy drunk elephant something. No, it's you opened up a prescription bag and put a literal medicated ointment or something on your face. Like, obviously that's gonna happen. You're not the asshole. This is the consequences of your actions. And you will never probably do this ever again, right?
Yeah, you learned your lesson.
You learned your lesson.
Yeah.
How would she have ever thought that? Because she probably
the dad
thinks you're too smart to do that.
Yeah, and the dad trying to put the blame on that's dumb. What are you talking about? She had no idea, like, what the hell, that she was gonna go snooping.
Yeah.
And actually, you should invoice them for the shampoo and conditioner too.
No, shampoo and conditioner, whatever.
Like, using a $30 shampoo. If I paid money for that and half of it is gone, because that's fucking annoying. Actually
hurts me to spend money on good quality things.
No,
like,
I hate it.
I know I need it, but I hate it. And like now it's all gone. I have to buy it again. It would be annoying, but that would not bother me as much as knowing that like you went through like a prescription. Like, that means you have no boundary. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, that means you're kind of stupid. Am I the asshole for keeping score of everything I've ever done for my husband? I'm a woman in my late 50s, married to my husband, early 60s. We've been married for 30 odd years. I fulfilled the role of a traditional wife for much of our marriage, and I left paid work soon into our marriage. My husband is very successful in his business, and we live comfortably, and all of our children are adults now. My husband built his business from the ground up, and I was instrumental to the early success, which set it up for what it is today. We were having lunch with our children when my son mentioned that his wife didn't want to be a trad wife and do what I did to raise the kids. She raised concerns about how vulnerable a position it is and that she doesn't want to solely depend on him for money. He wanted me to talk to her and convince her by telling her how it worked out for me. I said I understand where she was coming from, and being a housewife is incredibly risky and vulnerable, especially if he leaves her and she's been out of the labor force for a while. He countered that it had worked for his father and I because I trusted him as my husband to provide for me, and why couldn't his wife do the same? I told him I have a meticulous record of all contributions I have ever made to the family business. I recently digitized it with the help of my daughter so that if the worst were to ever happen, I wouldn't be relying on the mercy of a man to feed myself.
Oh, wow.
I told him I have made many contingency plans over the years to minimize the risk of being a housewife and compensated for my lack of pension and benefits I'd have had I not left the labor force. My son and husband were angry by this. Both said it showed a lack of trust, and my husband especially feels I've had one foot out of the door our entire marriage, and that my little escape plan included plans to shaft him of his business. I told him the fact that he refers to it as his business rather than ours is exactly why I kept those records and why I won't be telling my daughter-in-law to do what she doesn't want to do. Am I the asshole?
No.
She's a smart woman.
You're very smart.
Because you know what? There's so many stories of women who go the traditional way. They are a trad wife. They do everything in the home, and then their husband leaves them. And it really is up to the mercy of that man to give you a fair, like, break, like if you guys end up getting a divorce, and like what kind of crazy position is that too? And then even after that, like let's say he does give you the money and now you want to get back into work. Imagine your resume shows like a 10-year gap, or like you know what I mean? Like what have you been doing all this time? Have you just been a wife? Okay, so that means you don't have skills, you don't have experience, you don't have anything. Why would I hire you? It just like, and you have to look out for yourself even in a marriage, because people are people. Like,
and even depending on a man to like feed the family, provide for the family, like being a one income household too, like
I get it, if
in
he
today's
has
economy
money,
too, I don't know,
it sounds like he's super rich, but like it's just not smart, and you have to think of worst case scenarios. It's like when people try to shame people for getting like a prenup, and it's like, no, but I've like, what if something happens? Like,
even like if you look at the numbers, like 50% of marriages end in divorce. Like, why wouldn't you protect yourself?
Let's prepare
like,
for anything. You know what I mean? Like, and this is someone, she's actually quite ahead of her time, because she's,
it was, you know what I mean? Back in the day too. Yeah, guys,
that's it for today.
We hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Let us know in the comments your thoughts on, you know, these topics, and if you guys want to hear more of Convo and Chill, we'd love to do it.
Shout out Convo and Chill. Maybe they can send us a new box if they have anything.
Yeah,
else,
right.
You know?
If they have like updated scenarios and stuff.
Yeah.
But don't forget to rate us on Spotify. Cue the commentary on Spotify, please. 5-star rating. Let's get us to 600 by the end of the year.
Yes.
And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And email CUETHECOMMENTARYPODCAST.
Yes.
And you might get featured on next week's episode. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next episode.
See you next time.
Bye.